YouTubers and podcasters, welcome back. And it's great to be doing another episode for you of my Get Inspired, Stay Inspired series, which I use the opportunity to help you and to guide you and to give you some soulful guidance and information which I take from my channeled writings. And it's always a joy and pleasure to be sharing what wisdom and what information comes through those writings. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm an inspirational author. All my work is very soulful and inspiring. Well, I've realized that I'm on a new kind of journey, not just with the material that I'm doing for this particular podcast and video series, but I'm on a new journey of my own in the sense that I've realized that I've got to teach what I have written and what has come through to me as part of this process. And, you know, like I said before, it dawned on me not long ago that I'm the only one who can teach it because of the way it came through, and I can't expect anyone else to teach it, you know, because they don't know what this information and knowledge is. They may have gleaned a bit of it if someone had read my soulful, either my Soulful Pathway series or the Soul Whisperer, but they wouldn't really grasp the knowledge and information and understanding that I attempted to share in the Soul Whisperer, but I'm going to definitely be sharing it one-on-one or in audio format to make it so much easier. And for those of you who know me or you're part of a patron or something, you may be aware that I'm actually rewriting the Soul Whisperer. I think I shared it a couple of episodes ago or so. You guys who've been with me all the way up until now, you are kind of seasoned soul whisperers in that you are listening to your soul, you're learning how to gather information from your soul. So you're seasoned soul whisperers. But there's some people joining today, and if you're joining today for the first time, welcome. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and if you're old, thank you for your subscription, thank you for your support, and thank you for all the lovely messages and comments I've received along the way. You guys are there to support me, and have a guess what? I'm there to support you too. And we're making this journey together. So for me to take this step and do this video podcast series, Get Inspired, Stay Inspired, for me to do that, I definitely have felt that I'm on a good kind of journey now. And, you know, I've overcome a lot of the fears, a lot of the things that held me back. And it's interesting that I'm talking about that because in today's episode, we are going to be covering something to that effect. And yeah, you guys know, you know, or if you're new, I've shared quite often how I held myself back for many things. And you might be doing that now. You might be doing the same thing, making the same mistakes. So a lot of what I'm going to cover with you is to encourage you to, you know, just stop doing that and to think about, you know, how you can overcome any of the things or any of the challenges that you are yet to overcome, but do it in a way that doesn't hold yourself back. Don't be like me, who held herself back for so long. And you might think, how can you hold yourself back when you had all this knowledge and information? I had all this knowledge and information, but there was still a part of myself that was holding myself back despite everything. So that's how you know it's not easy. It's not going to be an easy ride for you to undertake this journey or be a part of this journey. You know, you have to make a conscious effort. You have to kill off all those awful thoughts that hold you back. Anyhow, well, today let's take a quick look at what I have picked up for you, and I'm going to share with you on a channeled level, and I'm going to talk to you in depth about how this passage is going to stir our soul, and how this passage is going to support and guide you or help you overcome any particular thing that you're facing in your life right now. Now, today's passage says, I've called it, do you remember I always give it a title? As I said, I don't channel any title, but I give it a title when I, present it to the reader. And this title is called Chains and Shackles. And it says, let me ensure. Oh, this is one of those kick you up the butt ones, okay? So for those of you who are new, I've told my listeners and I've told my viewers that not all of my work can be defined as affirmations or, quotes. Some are what I call kick you up the butt ones, which are passages that, don't affirm anything. They just warn you. They just say, hey, listen. But this one is one of those ones, and it says, let me ensure throughout my life's journey I do not create my own chains and shackles along the way. Now you might think, what in goodness name is she talking about? Creating your own chains and shackles? What is this? I think with this passage, it's basically saying that as part of our life's journey, we can get in our own way. And it can be very serious. When we get in our own way and we don't realize it, and we're not aware of it, and we don't even recognize the gravity of getting in our own way, when you're going through the motions in life and you're doing things and you're making your way through life, and you don't get that gravity of how you are instrumental, or you are being instrumental in the holding back or the sabotage unknowingly. Guys, this is not something you are aware of or right now, but I want you to reflect on it, because this passage is saying, do not create your own chains and shackles along the way. And if you kind of visualize yourself being chained to something or someone, or shackled to something or someone, or shackled to a situation or event, or shackled to an experience that you've had, sometimes without realizing it, we do create our own chains and shackles along the way. And this passage is just getting you to reflect on what it is that is going on in your life right now that is causing you to create your own chains and shackles. Now, I don't know what's going on in your life, because you're you. You know what is going on. And that's why I want you to use this passage, today or this week, to reflect on the things that are keeping you chained and shackled in your life. Now, I've shared some of the things that I felt have kept me chained and shackled and sabotaged my progress and my progression over the last, several years. I've pinpointed them, but you guys need to do the same. And it's really going to be hard to do that. You know what I mean? Because as I said, I kind of only realized how much I was holding myself back when I had to push forward and re-evaluate where my writing was going and what I was doing with it. You know, fair enough, it's all very good trying to share it all on all kinds of medias and mediums and platforms, but what I wasn't doing was teaching it. That was the next hurdle, the kind of, I had to release those chains and shackles that were preventing me from talking to camera, preventing me from engaging with the readers or the listeners or the viewers, you know, and just basically opening up myself as a person, as an author, as a writer, as an inspirational person, and release myself from this self-imposed kind of imprisonment of holding myself back. You know, what am I doing it for? Get out there, you know, put yourself out there, talk more, share more, and, you know, allow more of this knowledge and wisdom to grow, for people to take it on, for people to understand it and benefit from it. Do you know what I mean? It's not just saying, I feel people can benefit from it. Teach them how to benefit from it. That's where I'm at. And that's what I mean. I want you to think about in your life today. Where are you at? What chains and shackles are holding you back from doing what you know you should be doing, or doing what you feel you should do? Which is the direction you want your life to take? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do, and what do you want to achieve? Those things all become possible. Remember, I said, if you have a good soulful bond, everything you want to achieve and do becomes increasingly possible to manifest, because guess what? They are part of your soulful connection. Remember, I spoke about the inner you having a connection to the soul, and the soul having a connection to the inner you, so you can have another connection to the mind. That partnership, that unity that I keep sharing with you to drum in your head and drum in your mind is key, because that is going to help you know or recognize. Do you remember in the last episode we spoke about getting clarity on the way forward? Well, this is like, once you've got clarity, it's important you don't hold yourself back. You don't allow yourself to be held back, because the shackles and chains need to come off, guys. They need to come off. It may take you today to throw them to one side. It may take you tomorrow. It may take you a week, a month, a year. It does not matter. As I said, timing is irrelevant, so long as you're starting on the journey, so long as you're taking that first step. That's what matters. Are you taking a first step? Are you stepping in the right direction? Are you having the courage to say, you know what? I recognize this. I recognize that. I understand this now. I understand that. You can then reflect on yourself. And remember that soulful connection. You don't need to share that with anyone, just you and your soul. You can ask your soul, give me the guidance that I need. And you listen to your inner voice. Remember, we talked about that. You know what? I must remind myself to talk about soulful communication, because that's something we need to do to take things to another level in this kind of unity and bond that I spoke about previously. You know, it's so important to get that communication going, and I do have techniques on the way you can do that. Remember, I mentioned I've also got meditation if people like that, and you know, I've actually done quite a few, but I just need to put them up. You know, my resources is trying to do everything, as well as, you know, get out there and do what I need to do. That's why I thought, let me do the patronage, because if I can get the support of others, guess what? I can do this full time. I can give you guys every single thing you want from me, and I can do it on a daily basis, because I will have taken care of those things you need to take care of, and I'll be free to continue writing, to continue sharing, to continue producing more and more and more information throughout my lifetime, or until the day that I can no longer continue to do so. That will be a sad day, but you know what? Until that time, I'm going to keep going, because at the end of the day, all I need to do is keep sharing more and more and more of these channeled works, and not just sharing them, but teaching you how to understand them, teaching you how to comprehend them, teaching you how to apply them in your life and understand the deeper, soulful, depthful meanings. Is there such a word as depthful? The deeper meanings that pertain to you. You know, as I said, I'm sharing it from my perspective and my point of view, but what about you? Don't forget to leave comments for me, okay, about how you are working things through for yourself. You don't have to tell me too much if you don't want to, but tell me a little bit of how this information, this knowledge and wisdom, these techniques are kind of beginning to work for you. That's what I want to hear. So today, we must not allow us to create our own chains and shackles. I guess in a way, it's a kind of a affirmation, because it says, let me ensure. It's like you're speaking to your soul, you're speaking to yourself. Let me ensure throughout my life's journey. It's kind of an internal thing. Throughout my life's journey, you're saying to yourself, I do not create my own chains and shackles along the way. That means you're ready to kick out those chains and shackles, to get rid of the sabotage, to get rid of the fear. All these things are chains and shackles. You know, fear, worry, sabotage. You don't even know you're doing it half the time, but look out for it. Make yourself aware. Get your mind to kick into a new train of thought. And as I said, the mind will obey you once you make a decision about what you want it to do. If you don't make a decision about what you want it to do, guess what? The mind is just going to string you along, and you're going to follow it like a, like a puppy following, I don't know, a bone or something. You're going to follow it regardless and not realize, hey, you know what? I should be doing things from a soulful place, not a mindset. My soul must guide and dictate what I need to do, and then I will then guide and dictate things to my mind, and my mind will manifest it for me in the physical realm. And that's exactly what is going to happen. If you want things to manifest in the physical realm, you've got to work on the universal and soulful and spiritual realm first. And I will give you all the pieces to the puzzle of exactly how to do that. But for today, just focus on reflecting on yourself, getting rid of those chains and shackles, putting them to one side. If you think to yourself, I don't have any chains and shackles, think very deeply. Think about your relationships, think about your friendships, think about your role in life, a parent, a mother, a brother, a sister, a cousin, an uncle, an aunt. Think about those roles in your life. Think about anything that may well be shackling you or chaining you to a thought, an event, a person, a situation that you need to let go of and move forward and break those chains so you can begin to evolve and grow into who you are soulfully destined to be. Now, if I can do it, you can. So leave your comments, stick a thumbs up for me, and tell others about this YouTube channel, about this podcast. You can listen to it, you can view it, you can even, watch it. It doesn't matter. But so long as you get to hear what I have to say, that's the most important thing. And maybe you know someone who would love to hear what I have to say. If so, then I am happy for you to get them to join me. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe And yeah, you know, what do they say? Like, share, subscribe, share with the world, and let's keep journeying on together and evolving together and getting much of this information down as we should. If you love to support me, have a guess what? Details will be left in the description. You are very welcome to become a patron of mine, and I'll be so grateful and thankful if you choose to. And yeah, it will just be a further extension of this little family that I have going already with you guys who are part of my YouTube channel or part of this podcast series already. So thank you. Thank you for everything, for listening, for being here with me, for being a part of this journey. And yeah, keep me posted on what's going on. So I will look forward to sharing the next episode with you. And for now, love and light. I will see you soon, and stay positive and have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.